Welcome back. It's a Grand Slam in KAKEland, my friends. It is opening day at Wichita's Riverfront Stadium.
That's where we go again to see Shane once again live out at the ballpark. And Shane, you know, a lot of people getting out want to know the safety precautions that they need to know before they come tonight. What do you need to tell us?
Yeah, talked a little bit about safety precautions inside with Bob here. And he said, again, mask policy in effect. So we're going to want to know about that. For everybody, outside, inside, whatever, wear those masks tonight. Too many unknowns to not go about that policy the right way here for a lot of Wind Surge fans. So we're going to come out here and watch some baseball. When you're at the field, you got to play some baseball when you can. And Jared Forma is going to join me once again here, general manager of the team here. I don't know if I'm auditioning for a spot out here in center field or what, but I got to toss the ball around with you, man. I mean, how's things feeling right now?
Feeling great, and you know, we've had some high-scoring games this year, Shane. We might need some pitching.
That's right. Yeah, so I want to talk about the ball field here. We got this beautiful backdrop, all right? What's up top? Who are these people that are going to get in these little buildings on top of the screen?
Absolutely. You know, we have such great amenities here. Hanging off to my left is our Coors Light party porch, just one of our several unbelievable hospitality areas that we rent out to groups and corporations. Then we have about 12 suites, some of the most unique suites I've ever seen personally. To fit in Wichita, each one has a special garage door. We noticed early on here in Wichita, these Wichitans love their garage doors. And there's a patio built outside each one as well. Then up right behind home plate, we have the normal press box. And then off to the right, we have our Fidelity Bank Bravely Onward Club, which, again, we're so fortunate to have such great partners, but that is for special season ticket holders. That's a separate season ticket throughout the Wind Surge games. And that Bravely Onward Club will probably be the area we rent out the most throughout the year. It can hold any kind of events, weddings, graduations, chamber events.
Okay.
Yeah, so up above the home dugout on the third base side.
Nice.
So, you know, the amenities throughout Riverfront Stadium are just tremendous. It really is.
Okay, so we're out here in the berm area. People can bring, what, towels, blankets out here if they want to see it, and probably want to bring the glove, too.
Absolutely. You know, probably one of the greatest ways to take in a game is just lay a blanket out and you're on some great natural grass.
Yeah, this grass is feeling great under our feet. I will
say the wind typically blows out towards this direction out here, so I would definitely bring a glove. If you come early today, we open at 5 o'clock. You'll catch probably the tail end of the Wind Surge batting practice, and then certainly the Amarillo Sod Poodles batting practice. Yeah, I laugh every time I say their name.
Yeah, batting practice is the real fun time to bring the glove.
Absolutely. I would definitely encourage people to come out early, bring a glove, and just enjoy it. You know, it might not be 80, 89 degrees and sunny today, but rain has held off, not one drop, and granted, I'm a bit of a wimp in the cold, but it's really not. It's kind of comfortable out here right now.
Yeah. Well, there's we got concessions as well. You might kind of cheer yourself up a hunger or a thirst. Concessions, first base, third base, and then out here some beer garden type stuff.
Absolutely. We have probably 8 to 10 different concession stands. All the food is cooked fresh to order. One of the great things we have in our food court behind home plate is a Freddy's. We run and operate a Freddy's franchise right out here out of the ballpark. Again, just another tremendous partner we have here in town, where they've come out and trained our staff how to cook to their specifications. I won't lie, I had some Freddy's last night before I left the ballpark. And then, like you said, Shane, all out here in this enormous concourse in the outfield, we'll have different portables and grills going, and again, really trying to create a carnival atmosphere even through our food and beverage department.
All right, and then of course you mentioned the way it's kind of cool and breezy out here, but there are also those days that are going to be 110 degrees out there, and you're going to have to battle through that. So this is a great way to start off. Just get out here, a little bit of windy weather for the Wind Surge, and ready to play ball today, huh?
We are so ready. You know, it's you can feel the enthusiasm. You know, a year ago or 13, 14 months ago, you really felt it. And over the past couple weeks, you can really feel it surging back, if I may say. And, you know, again, this community has just been unbelievable. And It's just going to be such a magical night for everyone, you know, staff, fans, the entire community.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about some Wind Surge players with the voice of the team as well. So that's going to come up next in Good Morning KAKEland. Jared, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later on Cake News at midday as well. So 11 a.m. We'll check back. Hey, we're out here at Riverfront Stadium. Shane Ewing, Cake News. We're back after the break.
Professional baseball is back in Wichita. The Wichita Wind Surge bringing the sport back home to Wichita's brand new Riverfront Stadium.
The team started its season last week on the road, but today they'll play for the first time in the heart of downtown. Our Shane Ewing and Cake Sports Director Chris Lilly joining us live from the stadium near center field, and you'll have a special guest with you.
Yeah, we're clearly excited, guys. Thanks very much. Riverfront Stadium right now, opening up tonight. And the voice of the Wichita Wind Surge is joining us. A lot of us have questions, along with Chris Lilly even. I mean, I think we can all say the Wind Surge players are relative unknowns to Wichita at this point. Who are these guys?
Yeah, and one of them, Aaron Whitefield. He's no stranger to Major League Baseball, and he's been awesome to start off the season. He has a 6-game hit streak, multi-hit streak in those games. He's been very good. What can you tell us about him?
Well, I mean, he's a kid from Australia, and I think he's off to a great start. I mean, the fact that it's one thing to have a 6-game hit streak, but the fact that he's had at least 2 hits in all 6 games, had the game-winning home run the other night, hit a grand slam the 2nd game of the season, so I mean, can't say enough about the kid. He's off to a great start.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to see. And like you said, that he's had that power. The grand slam was awesome. And he's just mashing it and giving the fans a little souvenir in the outfield in Springfield. So hopefully he continues that here in Wichita.
Yeah, you need some speed on the base paths, too. He's got that.
He really does. He's got a lot of speed. I mean, for a kid from Australia, I don't think when you first look at him and you look at his frame and everything, you don't think of a guy that's a burner. But the way he's played defense in the outfield and the way he's been on the base pads, already a few stolen bases. He's a guy that had 30 stolen bases a few years ago. His goal this year, 40 stolen bases.
All right. So we'll see if we have Aaron Whitefield burning up the base paths tonight here on opening night. But we're also, of course, relying on pitching for this team to be a winner. One of the teams we've heard, or one of the names we've heard, rather, so far is Josh Winder. Is he a winner? I don't know. You tell me, who is this guy and how do you pronounce it?
Oh, it is Winder.
There we go.
You know, when you play for the Wind Surge, you want to say it the other way around. He's a winner. I mean, he's made 2 starts already for us in the first week. He does not have a win, but he's only allowed 1 run in 9 2/3 innings pitched, and he struck out 16 batters in that stretch. So he's doing a tremendous job. He's the top of the rotation. And, you know, the one thing I heard back in spring training about our ball club when they were talking about the makeup of this team was how good our pitching would be and how we were going to be able to be a team that hold other teams down.
Hey, before we go, Tim, since we have you here, a lot of folks were discouraged by the move from AAA to AA for this team. What does it mean to you?
Well, I mean, initially it was like, oh, wow, you know, I mean, we took a drop down. But the reality of it is some of the best prospects and some of the best talent are at the AA level. And the AAA is more of the guys that have already been there, already had their cup of coffee, and they're back. And they're kind of like the loose parts or the insurance thing for the major league team. So I'm excited about these guys. And you just go through the prospects, you realize that the talent is right here in Wichita.
They are very good. That's what I've noticed the first 6 games. There is a lot of great players, and they're playing really good baseball to start off the season.
Yeah, we're off to a great start, and I'm excited about what we have and what we'll have here tonight. And I'm glad that, you know, our fans will be able to see it tonight. And what I'm most important about is, you know, the fact that we've only played in front of about 25% capacity, but this place being able to explode when that Wind Surge team takes the field here tonight.
And there's so many more impact players that we want to get to know here. Eventually, we'll start getting to talk to these guys, but really, they're just meeting each other not too long ago, right before that road trip. So they're 5-1. They've come together, cohesive unit, as cohesive as you can at least be. We're going to get to know a few more here later on in the show. But, Tim, we appreciate your expertise.
Well, I appreciate it, and I hope to see everybody at the ballpark tonight and rooting on the Surge.
All right, Chris Lilly's going to have his hands full here with the Wind Surge this season. Yes. A lot of winning calls here for both of these guys, and we'll be talking to Tim later in the show. For now, we're live at Riverfront Stadium. Shane Ewing, Chris Lilly, Tim Grubbs. We're on your side.
And the Wichita Wind Surge plays its first game in Riverfront Stadium. How things went on and off the field. Cake News at 10 starts right now. Good evening, everyone. I'm David Scott. The first home game for the Wichita Wind Surge is almost in the books, and while it's been a huge success off the field, now we have to try to get one on it. The Cake News team has been covering this all day long at Riverfront. We join Deb Ferris live out there right now with more. Deb, big night.
And David, we are having a blast along with about 8,000 of our closest friends that filled this stadium tonight. This game is almost over and it's a close one. We're in the top of the ninth. The Surge is losing 3-2, but they'll have one more chance. And I can say, just from talking to all the staff members and fans, everyone is having a blast down here. Things have gone smoothly. We have live team coverage. Eli Higgins is checking out the Delano district nearby to see how businesses fared tonight. But first, let's get over to Hannah Baker with a look at how fans enjoyed the game. Hannah?
Yeah, we've got a close one here, but here at Riverfront Stadium. But win or lose, this will be a game that baseball fans here in Wichita have waited for years. The Riverfront Stadium's opening night went off without an error as fans filled the stands to cheer on the Wichita Wind Surge.
Oh, it's been worth it, yeah. It's very much, the wait's been worth it.
I think this is the first event we've had all year that's been somewhat normal, so I think that's why it's sold out. So many people are excited to just do regular things in Wichita again.
For many people, this was their first time seeing the stadium in person after years of delays because of construction and COVID. But fans say they were thrilled to attend the long-awaited night. One of baseball's favorite characters, Lawrence Levy, known as Marlin Man, was invited by the governor.
With grass and fans, and I'm beginning to feel tonight, for the first time in a year and a half, the world is getting back to normal.
The Wind Surge required everyone inside to wear masks, and at the front gates there were security checks with a clear bag policy in place. The stadium is also cashless, so you have to bring your card to make purchases unless you visited the cash to card kiosk. The concession stands busy with lines of people waiting to get pretzels, popcorn, and hot dogs. All the kind of stuff you need to make the game day experience the best it can be.
Great feeling. You know, it's been a long process, long journey for everybody here.
The team shop was also opened up where fans attending the game could go get merch to support the Wichita Wind Surge and remember opening night at the Riverfront Stadium. And of course, if you missed tonight's game, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to check out a game sometime this week. There's also promotions going on every night. Live at Riverfront Stadium, Hannah Baker, Cake News on your side.
And while a lot of people did eat the concessions here at the stadium, a lot more people went over to the Delano district to spend some money. Let's check in now with Cake's Eli Higgins, who spent some time down there tonight to see just how businesses fared. Eli?
Deb, it's been a busy day here at Riverfront Stadium. A near sold-out crowd, and even the grass berms over here have been pretty much full of people. Now, this big rush of people was also big for the businesses nearby.
The long-anticipated Wind Surge baseball game came to life Tuesday as the team faced off against the Amarillo Sod Poodles in its first ever home game.
We're so excited to welcome this great community into this unbelievable ballpark finally.
The near sold-out crowd was also good news for nearby businesses. The Delano district packed with cars and foot traffic in the hours leading up to the game.
We just made a bunch of pies. We're doing a game day menu, so we're just doing slices, garlic knots, breadsticks, and mozzarella sticks just to keep the rush going.
Picasso shift leader James Spradlin says Tuesdays are usually dead, but up until the game started, they were packed with customers.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice change of pace, seeing a lot more people in here, especially with baseball starting. Just really cool to see.
Wind Surge General Manager Jared Forma says bringing the community together is something he hopes to keep doing for years to come.
Hopefully this is step one of really providing some normalcy again.
Now, although this game is almost over, if you missed it, there is lots going on this week with opening week. So for a link to the schedule, just go to kake.com and click on this story. Live downtown, Eli Higgins, Cake News on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Eli. And as I mentioned, about 8,000 fans packed this place tonight. A lot of them are starting to stream out as the game is about to wrap up. Chris Lilly will have all the highlights coming up and hopefully some interviews from the winning team, which we hope will be Surge. We'll see how that goes. For now, we're live in Delano. Deb Ferris, Cake News on your side.